Good morning. This video will show to you how to present global health access regardless of the need your client chooses to prioritize. Good morning, Mr. De La Cruz.
Good morning.
Good morning. By the way, here's my card. How do you want me to address you?
Mr. De La Cruz is fine.
Okay, Mr. De La Cruz, normally my clients would come to me and they would say, I want something for retirement. I want something for savings, investment. And it is my job to give them what they want, but more importantly, it is my job to give them what they need. I want you to take a look at this. This is our hierarchy of financial needs. And down here you see the bottom of this pyramid, of this hierarchy, is protection and health. On top, savings, investment, retirement. That tops the pyramid. What this is showing us is that as you are building your financial house, protection and health should be your base. It should be your foundation. Only then should savings, investment, retirement be planned for. If you do not have protection and health, think about this. You could be the best saver, the best investor, even the best businessman, and you earn a lot of savings, investments, even money for retirement. But if an unexpected emergency happens, health or income protection, and the family needs funds, nothing you have for your savings, for investments, retirement will be left untouched. Do you agree?
Agree.
That is why today I want to show you Global Health Access. Global Health Access is a comprehensive worldwide health insurance plan that lets you choose your own doctor, your own hospital, anywhere in the world. Take a look at this. It is a coverage of 100 million pesos every year, not lifetime. Every year, 100 million pesos. And you get to choose between either a worldwide coverage, worldwide anywhere, or worldwide except US. So I want to show you today Global Health Access Gold Light. Now, Gold Light is a plan that covers you for extensive inpatient coverage, primarily inpatient. I'll get to that later, why I say primarily. But for this plan, you have a choice. You have a choice between worldwide coverage, anywhere in the world, or worldwide excluding US. And let's just say for today, we'll take a look at a worldwide excluding US coverage.
Okay.
So for Gold Light, you are covered for 100 million pesos every year.
Wow.
That is not a lifetime coverage. That is 100 million pesos every year. And since you chose worldwide excluding US, so your inpatient accommodations and charges is covered anywhere in the world except the US. But take this, if a life-threatening emergency happens that requires immediate medical attention, even if you are in the US, you will be covered by Global Health Access. Even if that emergency does not lead to hospitalization. Now, why do I say hospitalization? This plan also covers you for pre and post hospitalization expenses. How do we define that? 90 days. Any cost that you have, 90 days before hospitalization and 90 days after discharge will be covered by Global Health Access, as long as it is related to the reason of that hospitalization. So your costs before and after connected to that reason will be covered. This plan also covers for special outpatient treatments such as dialysis, radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and other surgical procedures as an outpatient. Now let's look at more to the details of the plan and the benefits. Now, let's start here. Companion accommodation. Some hospitals abroad charge every night that you have a companion who stays with you in the hospital. Global Health Access, GHA for short, covers you up to 8,000 for your companion gives 8,000 per night. Another benefit, cash benefit. This benefit gives you 10,000 pesos every night of confinement. Let's just say, for example, you get confined and you don't use Global Health Access, GHA, to cover for your expenses. After discharge, you tell AXA, okay, this is the number of nights I was confined. For each night of confinement, you get 10,000. In other words, with Global Health Access, each night of confinement, you get at least 10,000 pesos. And I just want to say this also, this plan, if occupationally acquired or through blood transfusion, also covers for HIV or AIDS. And it's important to note, though, that this benefit will be payable after 5 years of being a member of GHA. Just important to note. Okay, moving forward. One of my favorite benefits of this plan. You see here, health screen, or what we commonly call here executive checkup. With Gold Light, every year you get 12,000 pesos worth to use for an executive checkup of your choice in a hospital of your choice. Now think about this. If you're the type who every year goes for an executive checkup, just use your 12,000 here, because this benefit from day one of your plan is already available. So in other words, this is like 12,000 already, 12,000 pesos off of your premium. Okay, also this might be good to know for your spouse. Okay, Mr. De La Cruz, we have here a pre and postnatal complication. Okay, and this is available after 12 months, but it's still a very good benefit. It covers complications due to childbirth. And in relation, it also covers newborn accommodation. What is newborn accommodation? Now, sometimes it happens that a newborn is already discharged from the hospital, but the mother is not yet. If the mother is a GHA member, the newborn can stay with the mother free of charge. Some hospitals charge for that, especially abroad. GHA will cover for those costs. We also have other benefits such as psychiatric treatment and hospice and palliative care. Hospice and palliative care is also available after 12 months of membership. Now, what I've shown you so far, what we've discussed so far, are all your benefits that are cash, that you could receive through cash or in the form of cash. I want to show you now other value-adding benefits that are not exactly cash but still very beneficial. With GHA, as long as it is our network hospital, and we have more than 10,000 network hospitals here in the Philippines, we have the top hospitals with us. You can go cashless, meaning if you are confined, inpatient, all you have to do is call our 24/7 Global Health Access support, and they will arrange for you a direct settlement with a network hospital of your choice. Another benefit you will see here, local road ambulance transport and international emergency medical assistance. These two, what are these? If it so happens that you are in a place where there is no available treatment, it's an emergency, there's no treatment there, either by air or land, we will bring you where there is treatment. In other words, with GHA, you can be assured that you will get the proper care needed. On top of that, we also have here a second medical opinion and health at hand. These two go hand in hand. If you want consultation with our external team of doctors, you can call our hotline 24/7 health at hand, and they will attend to your case. If you want a second medical opinion, for example, you were already given a diagnosis, this is your course of treatment, our second medical opinion service enables you to send your reports, your documents, medical documents, and they will assess, and it could be either a confirmation of your course of treatment or they will recommend a new one. And lastly, for the value-adding benefits, a concierge for use. Think of it like a 5-star hotel concierge. Now remember, this is a global plan. If, for example, you want to be treated abroad because you believe treatment abroad is the best treatment for your case, and you don't want to go at it alone, you want to bring your family, use the concierge of Global Health Access to arrange the itinerary for you, for your family. So that will be a smooth trip for the entire family, a smooth experience for your treatment. How does this sound to you, Mr. De La Cruz?
It sounds really interesting.
Good, good. I'm happy. Any questions so far?
Which hospitals are you partnered with?
Okay. I'm happy you asked. Where do you usually go to?
St. Luke's?
Covered.
Makati Med?
Also covered.
How about Asian Hospital?
Mr. De La Cruz, all the hospitals you mentioned are part of our network of hospitals.
Sounds good.
Good to know. Thank you. Now, let me just reiterate some conditions that are not covered or have a waiting period for the first 12 months of the plan. Cancer, hepatitis B, hepatitis C, diabetes, heart disease, kidney failure, high blood pressure, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, liver cirrhosis, stroke, and transient ischemic attack. Why aren't these covered? These are a little on the critical side of conditions. You agree? Now, we do this because some clients, when they know they have a critical condition already, they try still to get a plan. And this is done to protect not only the company, but you, our fair paying customers. Now, when I say waiting period, this basically means that if hospitalization due to these conditions occur within the 12 months from the start of the policy or the last reinstatement date, whichever is later, we will not yet pay, but afterwards, for these conditions, we will already pay. Moreover, I want to read this down here. There will be a waiting period of 3 consecutive years for the reason or underlying cause for the hospitalization or surgery and their associated medical conditions relating to the question 3 of the underwriting questions of the application form. I know that's a mouthful, but just to simplify it, there are just 3 questions that you need to answer no to, meaning you're healthy, you're healthy, you're healthy. If you answer yes to question 3, any hospitalization costs related to that condition or associated to that condition has a waiting period of 3 years. Now, good for you to know, there is a pre-existing exclusion for the next 3 years also. But this is if you are at least 46 years old and above. And because you're not, I know you are not, this is the best time to start. A pre-existing condition is defined as any condition you have 2 years prior to the start of your plan. So since you are not there, good time to start. Alright, now normal to any insurance company, there are exclusions to the plan. And basically I just want to go through the common exclusions. Now, the first is actually snoring, which is any complications arising from that, such as a sleep disorder, is not covered. Obesity is also not covered. It seems that you don't have that problem. Donor organs is not covered. That means if you donate, the cost of donating organs. But as a recipient, through transplant, that is covered. I just want to be clear with that. You donating is not covered. Also, congenital conditions or conditions during birth that came out, birth defects, not covered. Learning disorders such as dyslexia, ADHD, even speech problems are also not covered. And even dangerous sports. The nature of dangerous sports actually is too risky to cover. And even if you're a professional player, which you might not just be telling me that you are, any coverage that is related to a condition that you got because of your playing sports professionally is not covered. Now, Mr. De La Cruz, I've shared a lot with you. I want to summarize everything, and I want also to end with the best part. First, I mentioned that is 100 million. Gold Light is 100 million a year coverage for inpatient. It is a day one executive checkup benefit, 12,000 worth. And here's the last point, a guaranteed renewability. What does that mean? This is the main advantage that you get over other HMOs. If you claim for a condition this year, we pay for it. Next year, other HMOs, sometimes they don't cover you anymore, especially if you keep on claiming for that condition. Guaranteed renewability ensures you until age 99 that next year and the following year and the year after that and so on, you can claim for the condition over and over again. Premiums do not increase based on your individual experience. You will have the same premiums together with everyone else in the same age. There is no specific individual price increase. Premiums are based on the overall experience of the company. How does this all sound to you, Mr. De La Cruz?
It's really impressive.
I'm very happy to hear that. Any questions that you have right now?
How long do I have to pay?
Oh, okay. I'm happy you asked that. Just like any HMO, you will pay as long as you want to be covered. But again, the good thing about this plan, as long as you're continuously paying, it is a coverage until age 99. Are there any other questions?
I'm all good.
All right, Mr. De La Cruz. If that's the case, let's fill out the application form and let's start here. Now that's global health access. Mr. De La Cruz, at this point, I want you to consider this. Here in AXA, we want our clients to have an entire, well-rounded protection when it comes to health. I want to introduce to you Health Max. Health Max is a whole life critical insurance coverage that covers for major and minor critical illnesses until age 100. What Health Max does is it pays out a lump sum benefit as long as you meet the critical illnesses according to our definitions. Now, this lump sum benefit is not dependent on the hospital expenses that you will incur. Whatever amount that you pay for, that you bought in Health Max, it will be paid out to you according to the condition. So imagine a pie. Now, this pie is your sum insured, a lump sum benefit. Let's just say it's 5 million. Now, if you're diagnosed for a major critical illness, 100% of that pie is paid out, the entire 5 million. If you're diagnosed with a minor critical illness, 20% of the pie is paid out. So 20% of 5 million is?
1 million.
1 million, exactly. So when you're diagnosed with a minor critical illness, you get 1 million. Now, your pie, you take away a piece of the pie, 1 million, you have remaining 4 million. You can claim for minor critical illnesses up to 2 times, as long as the minor critical illnesses are different conditions. But actually, if it's angioplasty or carcinoma in situ, cancer, you can actually claim up to 2 times of that same condition, as long as the total claims that you have for minor critical illnesses is 2 times. Okay, let's just say, knock on wood, something happened, perhaps by an accident, and you're taken out of the picture, and you haven't even used any of your pie. Of the sum insured 5 million, you haven't gotten sick. The sum insured for critical illness now actually becomes a death benefit for the beneficiaries. 5 million now is paid out to the beneficiaries that you list in the plan. So imagine it. If you get sick, you get the 5 million, either major or minor up to 2 times, a portion of that 5 million. If something happens to you, they still get the 5 million. And if completely you're healthy, you don't get sick, nothing happens, starting age 70, you can already get a portion of that 5 million, again starting at 20%. By age 85, a total of 50% is available to you. And by age 100, the remaining 50% is paid out. The entire 5 million, you will not lose it. You will receive it either through critical illness, as a benefit for your beneficiaries, or as your living benefit if you grow into old age. So now imagine Health Max and pair it with your Global Health Access. Global Health Access pays for your hospital expenses, correct? Health Max pays for what? Think about this. If you get sick, if you get critically ill, and you go for treatment, and you go to the hospital, you have GHA, you use your card, you will be able to cover for your hospital expenses. But do your living expenses stop? No. Does your payment for your home, your children's education, your month-on-month expenses for the house, for the family, does it stop? No. But because you have Health Max, you receive a lump sum benefit. Now that lump sum benefit becomes a replacement for the income that might be affected because you are critically ill, because you are getting treatment. They work hand in hand. GHA for your hospital expenses, Health Max for your living expenses. That's what we do in AXA, Mr. De La Cruz. We want our clients to have the security that insurance brings. The security of being able to live that life, and if anything happens, they could get back on track with their insurance and continue to live that life that they choose. That's what we do in AXA. There you have it. Simple, right? That's how you present Global Health Access. Thank you for watching.